Welcome back to another video, and in this video I'll be showing you the beginner's method for the Megaminx. And if you know how to solve a 3x3, then the solving a Megaminx is basically just a 3x3. A lot of what you need to do is just coming off from the 3x3 when it comes to getting all these pieces together. But like the other videos, I always started off with showing the notation for the cubes, like R, U, and that. But this doesn't really have a notation. It does have a notation, but it isn't really necessary. There are some algorithms that sort of use notation, but when you use those, you know exactly how the notation is done. But anyway, let's start with the tutorial. So I'm just gonna scramble up the Megaminx so I can start showing the process of how it's solved. So the process is getting the white star. So it's just like the 3x3 getting the white cross. This has 5 sides instead of 4, like on the 3x3, just like a cube. This is a dodecahedron, so each side has 5 edges. So I guess that's mixed up enough, scrambled enough. So yeah, so really, now what we need to do is we need to get the white cross. So we start on white, and then we get these edges like this. Let me just scramble this up more to get rid of the cross. Yeah, the cross. So like this, this right here is basically just this piece. So we need, just like on the 3x3, putting that into place. We need to put that into place. Really getting the cross is really intuitive. You can do it as easy as just doing the cross in the 3x3. It's very simple and understandable to do. So really you just need to move these white edge pieces around with their center color and move them into position. There really isn't an explanation needed for this step. It's fairly simple. You just need to look around for the pieces and hope you find it. So now that we have the white star, which is similar to the white cross, we need to start getting the first layer. Like on here on the beginner's method for the 3x3, we'd put these corner pieces into their correct spots like this to get the first layer. This is basically the exact same thing. So right here we have the purple, yellow, and white corner piece, and we just like on the 3x3 where we can just go like this. We can just insert it like this, or the other way where it's like this. That's basically the exact same thing where we go like this. And I say it's a 3x3 because it basically is, because it has a corner, an edge, and another corner like this. It's just 3, but there's more sides, which makes it a lot different. But most of it's just the same. We can just put these first layers in, and like this, the white's facing up, so you just do the same thing like on the 3x3. If white was facing up on the beginner's method, you would just you'd put the piece in either one of these positions and just keep doing the RU, R prime, U prime move until it gets into its right position. It's like this again, like that. And now for the last one. Right here. We can just insert like that. So now we have the first layer. Now we need to get and just like on the 3x3, where we insert it, we would get that second layer like that. We're going to be doing that basically the same thing, So if you know how to do, well, yeah, if you know how to solve a 3x3, then this becomes many times easier. So right here, we have these right here. So just like this, when this has to go into there, and you do this, either left hand or right hand. That's basically the exact same thing. You move it out of the way, and you do that algorithm to insert it. So you just repeat the process for all the edges, just like the 3x3, until you get these two layers done, this layer done. And again, if you need a piece, but the piece is already inside the place, it's already in a slot, just take everything out, move it out the way, and then insert it back in, so this comes out, and you can do the algorithm to insert it. And the piece that needed to go right here was in here, so doing that took it out. So we can just move this over, do the algorithm, and it's that. Now we need to do this one. Do the algorithm. And I'm pretty sure I'll leave the algorithm somewhere in the bottom of the video, in case you don't exactly know how to do it and you didn't watch the 3x3 tutorial. So now we have the first two layers, like on a 3x3. But this is different. You don't go straight to the top layer. You have to do this step another time before you get to the last layer, and then it's basically a lot of the same. So right here, let's just start with these two colors. This is what I normally start with. Let's just get yellow and green, and move. You just get these pairs and move them right there, and then you start working on these three F2L first two these columns. So let's just start with the purple, orange, and yellow. So here's the corner piece. Now we need to look for there. So let's insert that in. Now that that's in, we can insert it normally like how we did down there. And we just repeat the process for all of the sides. So there's one. Now we need this one. Now we just do the algorithm. And then the last one for this one. Oh, and if you need and like this, right, this one, you could have just turned it like this to make it straight down, and this. Sometimes you can't do that, so you should just keep gray straight up and turn this up so it becomes like this, and it becomes a lot easier. So I'm just gonna split that up, and then instead of going like this, you can keep it like this and just turn it like up like that, and then insert it the same way you would normally do. And if it right now it's green, which means I can just do the algorithm and then bring it back down. But let's say it was different, and say that it wasn't green and it was blue. Just put this piece on the neighboring center right there, and just do the algorithm for that side, and then just bring it back down, and that's it. And then just repeat the process. For the pink and blue, just get the edge piece and put it right here, and then look for the pieces that goes in there, and then green in there. Let's just put that in, and then insert like that. Turn this piece so it goes right here. Do blue, where's the blue, and then pink and red. So we need to put this piece inside like that, and then insert, and then bring it down, and we're on the last two, and then put this right here, so we have this slot to work on, and then we just do that move until it goes in. insert, move it up so we can work on this piece. So this was green, this and red. I'm not exactly sure what color it is. I'm probably just not remembering. Just keep doing that move until it goes down, and then insert. Now we're on the last. Center thing right here. So just get green and blue, and then just keep hitting right here. If you get something like this, you can just insert it like that instead of just doing one at a time like normally. Let's get the next piece. This one we need to separate. And then insert. And now in the last slot. So we can just this. And then insert. And now we're on the last layer. So now we're on to the on the 3x3 we'd get the we'd make a yellow cross, and then get these corners to yellow facing up to get all of these the same color. This is what we do on this one. So we get the star and then all the corner pieces. So there's just a couple algorithms you need to there's some fairly simple algorithms you need to learn. So there's, I'm pretty sure 3 or so cases. I'm not exactly sure, but this is one of them where only one of the edge pieces is correctly in the right position because gray is facing up. So really you can just put this off to this left side and do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And then that leaves us with this case with 3 done and then 2 right next to each other. For this case, have these 2 right next to each other to the front facing you and to the right, the bottom right here. And then do F, U, R, U prime, R prime, F, and that solves all of them. But let's say you didn't get that and you got this case where 2 are apart from each other. For this case, put the 2 facing you and to the top right, and then do F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, and that solves all of the so now you have all of these, now you have the gray star. Now what we need to do is to align the colors with each other. So right here, these 2 are solved, but these 3 aren't. We're going to be learning a new algorithm, which goes R, U, R prime, U, R, U2 prime, and then R prime. That is called soon. We're going to be using that algorithm a lot in this step. So right here, this is what you want. Is to have 2, only 2 of them solved right next to each other, like this. Have it facing you, and then to the bottom left like this, have it facing like this, and then do soon. If one time didn't do it, then do it again. And then the second time it should be solved. If it's like this, if only 2 of them are solved like this, do soon as many times in this position until all of the edges are solved. So now let's say that you have this case, which there's only 2 of them solved in the correct position. These 2, if you have 2 of them solved like this, on the opposite sides and not next to each other, which is what we want, have them on the opposite sides like this. Hold it. Once you have 2 of them on the opposite side, use probably the one in the middle right here. Move this one in the middle to its correct spot, and do soon. Do soon as many times as you can until these 2 match up. And then move it over to how I explained in the, how I explained before, and then do soon as many times until all the edges are paired. So let's say you have this case where only 1 is solved. No matter how many times you move the top piece, only 1 is solved. So what you need to do is have the solved one facing you, do soon, and then you see you get this case, so then you get the one in the middle, in between the solved ones, orange. So let's move that over, and then do soon. See, once it didn't solve, and now these two solved, and then do face it like this, and then do soon, as many times as needed until all the edges are solved. So now we're on for the 3x3. We have to. If you watch the beginner's method, you'd know that once we're on this step, once you have the cross, now we need to do this RU, R prime, U prime until these are all solved. Like that. We keep doing that until all of them are solved. We do basically the exact same thing. So right here we have them all solved. Now we just get an unsolved one and hold it like this, and then keep doing RU, R prime, U prime until it solves, and then turn it over, and then keep doing that until you get them all until you get them all on the gray side. If they're all on the gray side and the rest of the cube is messed up, the rest of the Megaminx is messed up, then you probably messed up you probably messed it up. So now, what we need to do is just like this. When we have to move these around, except on this, these are already in their correct places. All we have to do is move the corners around. So we're not gonna. So, on the 3x3, instead of doing this, like that to solve it, that moved the edges around. We need to move the corners around. So what we need to do is hold it like this. To take it out, we need to do this, and then move into its appropriate spot. So this is gray, pink, and this color. Now we have gray, pink, and that. Now we reverse those moves, putting that to the right spot, and we took out this one, which is blue, orange, and that, and gray. So we move that over, and then do that move, and then we move this over to where it needs to go. Reverse it. Go over to we need to go where this goes. Do that, and then just reverse it completely. And that's how to solve the beginner's method to solve the Megaminx. So now I'm going to be showing an example solve of the Megaminx with the beginner's method. So I'm just trying to get the white star in the first layer. There's one. There's another one. There's another one. There's one. Now for the last one. And that's the first layer. Now we need to get we need to start pairing these first two layers, just like on the 3x3. And now that we finished the first two layers, now we need to work on the second two layers. Let's get these like that. Well, I messed that up. Move this down and then do it. Here's another pair that I can insert like that. Move this up. And I can just do that. Now on the next side. And just like the 3x3, as you solve the Megaminx, you'll be like you'll see like some patterns and how things move, and you'll start to remember how things turn out when you do some certain things. So as time goes on, you'll start seeing how some things can be done easier than the way you normally do it. When I first started cubing, I started off with the 3x3, and then the Megaminx was the second puzzle I ever got. So I do know quite a bit on the Megaminx. So now you get the star. There. There. And you take this out. Move this into its right spot. And there, that's solved. So that was the beginner's method tutorial for the Megaminx. That I believe is my 4th video. I did the 3x3, 4x4, 5x5. I believe I'll do this 2x2 next, or the square one. It really all depends on what I decide to do. But if you want to know any like other techniques on solving these puzzles, then just let me know in the comments, and I'll see you in the next video.